What if everything we've been told about space is only the version meant for the public? What if humanity's greatest secrets aren't buried underground, but quietly orbiting above our heads? Tonight, we peel back the veil on three of the most unsettling, most persistent, and most heavily debated mysteries connected to NASA. Stories whispered by insiders, dismissed by officials, yet refusing to die. A hidden space fleet, a forbidden mission to the far side of the moon, and an object circling Earth long before our species learned to fly. Stay with me. By the end of this video, you'll never look at the night sky the same way again. For decades, NASA projected the image of an agency driven purely by exploration. Rockets, astronauts, dreams of touching the stars. But in 2002, a quiet, introverted British computer technician stumbled into something that would shake that image forever. His name, Gary McKinnon. His mission, find truth about UFOs. What he claims to have found was something far more disturbing. While navigating restricted NASA files, McKinnon reportedly uncovered references to a classified program, a mysterious project called Solar Warden, a fleet. A full fleet, not of airplanes, but of spacecraft operating beyond Earth's atmosphere. Not satellites, not prototypes, but warships, human-crewed, active. According to what he described, Solar Warden had 8 massive carrier-like vessels and dozens of smaller craft, all supposedly defending Earth from outsider threats. But the strangest part wasn't the ships. It was the personnel list. McKinnon said he saw names of non-terrestrial officers, individuals who weren't listed in any known military branch on Earth, individuals stationed somewhere else. NASA denied everything. The government immediately locked down the files. McKinnon was called delusional. Yet the question remains, why would a government spend years trying to extradite a random civilian if all he saw was nothing? Solar Warden has never been acknowledged publicly. But insiders, whistleblowers, and even former military personnel continue to insist the program exists, quietly operating beyond the public eye, shielding us from dangers we aren't ready to understand. And if Solar Warden is real, what exactly are they defending us from? After Apollo 17 returned from the moon in 1972, NASA called it quits. They said money was gone. The public had moved on. There was nothing more to do. But a few years later, rumors began surfacing. What if Apollo didn't really end? What if there was an Apollo 18, 19, and even Apollo 20? Except the world was never told. According to leaked claims, Apollo 20 wasn't just real. It was jointly conducted by the United States and the Soviet Union. Enemies on paper, collaborators in secret. Its alleged destination wasn't the familiar front side of the moon, but the far side, the place permanently hidden from Earth. Why go there? A strange, cigar-shaped structure photographed during Apollo 15. Something that looked too symmetrical, too metallic, too artificial to be just rocks. A supposed Apollo 20 astronaut named William Rutledge later emerged online with shocking allegations that inside the object, they discovered non-human bodies, including one he called Mona Lisa, a humanoid figure perfectly preserved, as if frozen in time. NASA dismissed Rutledge as a hoaxer. The videos he released were labeled fabrications, but something about the case never quite settled. If the structure in those photos was simply a natural formation, why has every attempt to get NASA to re-examine it been ignored? Why did so many files from the Apollo era suddenly get reclassified or go missing? And why did NASA abandon crewed lunar missions for nearly 50 years after Apollo 17, right after supposedly discovering nothing? What happened on the far side of the moon? What made humanity turn away so abruptly after spending billions to get there? Long before Solar Warden, long before Apollo, there was another mystery lurking above our world. Something ancient, something silent, something watching. In 1899, Nikola Tesla, long before satellites existed, detected strange repeating radio signals from space, signals that didn't match any known natural source. Then in 1954, newspapers reported that the US Air Force had detected a mysterious object orbiting Earth. The problem? Humanity didn't have the technology to put anything into orbit yet. By 1960, NORAD confirmed another unknown satellite, traveling in polar orbit, something impossible for us at the time. They called it the Black Knight. NASA has always insisted it's just space debris, a thermal blanket, a misidentified object, a misunderstanding. Yet photos taken from the space shuttle in 1998 show something unmistakably structured. Sharp edges, complex surfaces, a shape too engineered to be random. According to conspiracy researchers, this satellite has been orbiting Earth for 13,000 years, predating every human civilization. If that's true, then we are not the explorers. We are the observed. Who launched it? Why is it still there? And why does the object's orbit occasionally shift, as if under intelligent control? NASA's explanations only deepen suspicion. If it's truly nothing, why classify so many of the related documents? What if NASA accidentally discovered life on Mars, almost 50 years ago? In 1976, the Viking landers touched down on the red planet carrying a simple but world-shaking experiment. Feed the Martian soil and watch for signs of life. No speculation, no guessing, a direct biological test. And then, something incredible happened. The machine lit up. The reaction curve matched exactly what living microorganisms would produce. It was the scientific equivalent of a heartbeat. Dr. Gilbert Levin, the scientist who designed the experiment, stared at the data and said, "This is life." But instead of celebrating, NASA did something no one expected. They shut it down. They dismissed the results, called them chemical reactions, and quietly buried the only test on Mars that ever claimed to detect life. Even stranger? For nearly half a century, NASA has never repeated the original experiment. Not with spirit, not with opportunity, not even with perseverance, the most advanced rover ever built. Why? If the Viking data was meaningless, why avoid running the same test again? Why hide one of the most important scientific results in human history? Even today, many scientists who once worked on Viking insist the experiment found real living microbes, and NASA didn't know how to handle the consequences. Because finding life isn't just science, it's religion, politics, economics, and the beginning of questions humanity might not be ready for. So now we're left with a possibility more unsettling than the discovery itself. Did we already prove life exists on Mars, and simply pretend we didn't? And if NASA hid the first discovery, what else have they hidden since? Solar Warden, Apollo 20, the Black Knight. 3 stories dismissed as fantasy, yet supported by leaked documents, testimonies, strange photographs, and decades of unanswered questions. NASA continues to deny them all. But disbelief doesn't erase possibility, and silence doesn't equal truth. So we're left with a single, haunting question. Is humanity really alone in the universe? Or simply the last species to discover what everyone else already knows? And if these secrets are real, how much longer can they stay hidden?